How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm choosing to make this video today. What time is it? Sometime, and the sun is going down soon. Before it got dark, I wanted to make a video and talk about 3 things. So my plan is to keep videos concise and actually get out some stuff that I want to share. My plan is to keep the video limited to just sharing about 3 things each time. So today the 3 things are, I'm going to tell you about a dream I had, something that happened, and something I want to share. So I can only talk from my experience, my personal experience, and that's what I want to share from. That's how we can all share the best, through our unique fractalized filtration system. So first, the dream. I wrote it down. Okay. Let's see. Make sure the next song is good. Honestly, I just want to find a bathtub that I can take a bath in. So I can soak my aching muscles from using the wheelchair all the time and lifting myself in and out of it. Next door, they did some remodeling, and I saw the pictures that they put online, and the bathtub that I have here is really small, and I can't get into it. It's too low and dangerous for me. Anyway, the one that they put next door is perfect. Feels like such a tease. It's right there. I'm always looking all around for Airbnbs, hotels, places to go, people's houses that have like a conducive bathtub where I can sit on the side easily and then get into the bathtub and out easily, where it's kind of like a good height and everything. It's so hard to find those kinds of bathtubs. Anyway, it's like 10 feet away from me. Anyway, the dream that I had. So I have a dream guide, and I don't know if it's the same guide every single time, but often I'll remember being shown something. I'll get into other dreams before. I'm just going to talk about this one. I got to keep it to my list. This dream, I was being told that if I hold the feeling of love in my physical body while I'm alive, and make that the most concentrated, highest amount, taking up the most real estate of my feelings, if I hold just love in my physical body, that when I die and my body is gone, all I will have left is that feeling of love. And then in that, I will be polarized and drawn to the higher realms of love that exist in the other dimensions. As opposed to if I was filled with dense, heavy, fearful, sorrowful feelings at the end of my life, then when my body is gone, what I would be left with are those feelings, which would then polarize me to that dimension after I leave this life. So when I woke up, I was thinking about that, and I thought, how cool. I have been wanting to make that my practice more and more and more all the time anyway, is to replace feelings and traumas with love and like a reverence, like a deep love and honoring. And so I love that thought, because for me, when I think of my body dropping when I die, and the feeling goes up and out, my spirit, what I'm left with outside of my physical, whatever is out, the spiritual side of me, the etheric body, the emotional body, they go up and out, and then they polarize, one to the love, to the higher density, to the higher realms, or to the lower realms. So that was my dream and my contemplations when I woke up. The next thing I want to share, my neck is so sore. Okay. The next thing I want to share, looks like there's a light going straight across, is that I fell for the first time, flipped backwards out of the wheelchair for the first time in like 10 years. And it was because someone from the distribution company that had a piece for my wheelchair came to do a repair, and I think he was in a hurry, and he loosened the backrest of my wheelchair. So he left, and I didn't know that. So when I got back in the chair and I went to come inside the door here to pop a little wheelie over the threshold, the back of the chair flew out and off, and I went straight back on my tailbone, my back, and my head. And then I was stuck in the chair. The chair was on top of me, because my hips went back into where the back handles are. It was squeezed in there. So I had to shimmy it off of me, and then also hold my hips and my legs, because I can't move my legs. So I was down on the floor on the wooden ground in the cement, and it was awful. It was awful. I had to get really creative and resourceful of how I was going to get myself back in. So I took my cushion apart, and I made 2 cushions out of my cushion that I have, and I put stepping stones, and I got myself up, and I sat on one and sat on the other, and then I did that until I got inside. And I tried to get myself up into this chair from the ground using and that is probably why my shoulders have been so sore, actually. And it was really, really, really hard. So that happened. I had a big bruise on my hip, and honestly, I haven't been feeling so great since then. I've been sleeping a lot and really sore. Next thing I wanted to talk about, number 3, so I can end this video and keep it short, is I wrote down perspective. So what did I mean when I said perspective? Oh, first I want to show you, I found this painting that I did maybe 7 years ago, and I put it in this frame. Well, you can see the frame, and the frame, I'm gonna put the frame up on the frame where the frame is. That's funny, on the wall. There's frames on the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up in my Subtle Realms Etsy store. It's an original painting that I did. It's oil paint, and I love it. I love this painting. Got to start releasing and selling my artwork. So obviously, if you've watched any of my recent videos, you can tell that I'm not exactly thrilled with where I live. But I've noticed that it's so easy to slip into a pattern of complaining or expressing frustration throughout the day to anyone that comes into my environment to help me, to visit, whatever. And then they start to expect that from me. And so every time they come back again, it's like I'm kind of programmed to like, oh, she's probably going to say something about the house and, you know, she's wanting to move and where are you going to move and da 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 da. So that is a trap of sorts, I believe. And I do work diligently upon rising to program myself for the day. So my higher self comes in and says, you know, like, okay, we're awake and it's going to be a beautiful day and I love you, and take your time and rest and remember your dreams that you had, and you know, only get up when you're ready and just take as much time as you need. And I do that, and I feel into the future a little bit, you know, because we have unity consciousness. It's like we're able to do with remote viewing. All points exist connected. So I can feel into the future sometimes. So I have dreams about a conversation that I'm having with a person and how it's going to go, or what's going to happen during the day, or how I would like it to go. And then when I go through the day, that usually happens just like I was thinking and dreaming. So I can visit my near future. I haven't been able to do it into the far future because I think that so many variables exist that could shift the far future. So I'm only able to really perceive the near future, like a day or two. And also feel very, very connected to telepathically, just having an awareness outside of my own being of the information that's around and coming toward me. So like the same thing with the dream, like when I leave my body and I'm all love, I go up and around like in the torus shape, and then I'm polarized to love. When I'm in this reality, every single day I have that opportunity to work with that cycle. So it's like this, like whatever I put out, it's going to go out and it's going to come back around. Whatever I put out, depending on how I'm feeling, my heart is the battery and it's sending out the juice and the energy, however its quality is, and whatever quality it has, because that emotion is so super powerful, it's going to go out and then it's going to materialize and then it's going to come back in to my field. So I can sense what's going on in the materialization, like in the factory part, and I can sense how it's coming back in. So why I say all this is because I was talking about perspective, and if I'm holding frustration about where I am and wishing that I had a different experience and looking at everything like I'm unhappy with it and feeling sorrow because of my situation, then that's the movie I'm writing. And that's what I'm going to continue to see. Because we are powerful creators, and our thoughts are things, and what we think matters. Literally, what we think matters, what we think materializes, and how we feel within that thought, most importantly. So now, because I've caught myself so often in that frequency of like that, I made a conscious choice and affirmation to shift what I'm creating. And I know that our relationship to things in our environment, our relationship to people, our relationship to the things which trigger us, that relationship and coming into harmony with whatever is within that relationship is one of the most powerful tools that we have as a resource to have a successful, fulfilling life experience. So while I'm here in this home, I love the fact that I have a space to feel sheltered, and I love the deer that walk behind here. I love that this process is showing me such a reference, and it's giving me so much strength to push through and persevere to get to where I ultimately feel more peaceful without the sounds of traffic, and more privacy and more earth and trees and grass and ground that I can touch. So I wake up not feeling frustrated that I'm here, but proud of my dedication. I let my heart stay open. I am open and staying open with the people in my life, and striving to continue toward harmony no matter what dynamic is happening. And I'm finding the things that I love so much. That's why I've been doing a little bit more artwork, because it's really meaningful to me to be able to be a vessel for creativity and allow things to come through. And I love the process of making marks. I know that if I was in some sort of ancient civilization, I would be definitely a scribe or etching or doing sacred geometry on the walls or elaborate cave paintings or something. I would definitely be making sculptures out of, gold and lapis lazuli, bronze, and putting paint on my face. I don't know if this oil pastel would work on my face. No, I don't think so. So, all right, I appreciate you joining me. I hope some things I said make sense. I hope you're doing well. I look forward to talking about 3 random things on the next video. Talk to you soon, bye.